Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. So what I've decided to do is take a break from the weapons scripts for now. We will revisit the weapons and add melee weapons as promised, but we'll do that at a later date. Because I just feel it breaks things up a little bit, because we've been working on the weapon system for quite a long time. I thought it would be interesting to go away, do some different scripts and then revisit it later. So in this video we're going to begin creation of the inventory system. Something I know a lot of you have been looking forward to. So with that said, let's go ahead, create a new C# script and we'll call this inventory. And in fact, let's create a folder, because we will have some more scripts at a later date. So let's just try and keep things neat, and as normal we'll just add that to the FPS controller and then we'll open it for editing. And again, as normal, we're just going to get some of the basics in place, as we always do when creating a new script, and then we'll worry about fleshing it out in the coming videos. So with that said, let's come right at the top, and this can be of type private, and we're going to call this inventory state. We'll say _is as a naming convention. We'll close the line off. Now don't worry about the red error, that will go in a moment. Inventory state is equal to _is naming convention. And yeah, in fact, let's make this private. It can be private enum, and then we'll use that same naming convention here of inventory state, and we'll just open and close brackets, and that should get rid of the error. So let's come inside that function now, and we have a number of states. So let's get them in place. We'll say inventory ready. We'll make that equal to 0, comma. And excuse me while I just closed that box there. Inventory open. That can be equal to 1, and inventory closed. And equal to 2, no comma on the last line as always. So with that said, let's come, in fact, I'll come above there, yes. We'll keep those two together, and we'll get some of the other basic variables in place, and we'll say public, and we want the texture 2D _inventory background. We'll close the line off. As normal, when we create something like this, we'll say create slot in inspector to assign inventory background. We'll come here and we'll say public, and of this type int _stat label horizontal, and I'm going to give mine a value of 115. I've done a little experimenting, and that's about the value I want. Close the line off. Into the comments, define stat label width, and let's just copy this line. In fact, we'll paste that in, We'll change the horizontal to vertical. And I'm just going to use a value of 25. And we'll change the comment to say height. And as always, I encourage you to experiment with these values to find some that fit your own project. And we're going to say public and finally of type float underscore raycast length. And I'm going to give mine a value of 2.5f, close the line off, into the comments, length of raycast. And you'll see why this is necessary in the coming videos as we flesh everything out. And again, as we normally do, let's just get the functions in place first. So we'll come here after void update and we'll say private of type void. And we'll say inventory ready. We'll open and close brackets, we'll open and close again. And as normal, we'll get our debug.log in place. We'll open and close brackets, we'll close the line off. And inside the brackets, we'll put the two little speech marks and we'll paste in the name of the function. Just as we always do. And then we'll get these in place for the other two. So the next one's inventory open. Let's paste it in there and there. And we'll copy and paste the function and we'll copy and paste in inventory closed. And we'll come here and we'll say void on GUI, we'll open and close brackets, we'll open and close again. So let's just save that off there for the moment. So you will need to create a background for your inventory system. I'm just going to use a plain black background. I'll probably reuse one of the ones I've already created. However, you know, you can create yours any way you like. So, you know, please spend some time and make whatever sort of background texture is going to suit your project. So, we are going to create a switch block, finite state machine, if you will, in the next video. So, how it will work is the game will pause when the inventory is open. So inventory ready basically means we're ready to open the inventory if necessary, if we get the correct input. So this is the state we'll be in most of the time. Inventory open is pretty self-explanatory. Inventory closed is a little bit different in the sense that this is going to set the game back to its pre-pause state before switching to inventory ready, which it will remain in until we open it again. So that's how these three blocks are going to work. And as always, if you are unsure of exactly how this is going to work, again, please don't worry, we'll go through it all as we flesh everything out. But we've got the basic setup of the script in place. I think we'll leave it here for this video, just a short video for today, and we'll pick this up in the next lesson. We have a lot of variables we will need to get in place. So these are the basic ones. We can actually create the finite state machine, which I think is what we'll do in the next lesson, and we'll revisit the variables because there are so many of them as and when we actually need them, just to avoid any very long and very boring vids. We'll do that as and when applicable. So, as I said, we'll leave it here for this video. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you next time. And until then, as always, bye for now.